Had no money, no connections, no idea what I was doing. Started this when I was 18. Started to realize there was a big need, that the country was in serious shape. Yeah, it was first out of necessity. I didn't get into West Point, which ended up being a really good thing. Kind of convinced my parents to allow me to take a gap year. It's been a gap decade now. I had a passion for something and I wanted to go after it. And the more I traveled, the more I realized there was this huge need for a youth organization in the country that embraced freedom and liberty, conservative ideas and values and principles. At the beginning, I wasn't really sure if this thing was going to work out. Bill was one of the first people to believe in us at Turning Point USA and believe in me at the very beginning. He walked up to me at an event that I was speaking at in high school still, and he said, after he heard me speak, he said, "You can't go to college." I said, "Who are you exactly?" He said, "Whatever you're doing, it's going to be bigger." He said, "You're going to start a youth organization that's going to catch the whole world on fire." I said, "Yeah, okay, sure." We got to know each other. He ended up being one of our first board member, a mentor, a senior advisor. Bill Montgomery was relentlessly positive. He was a very special friend and mentor to me. I'll never forget, it was June 5th, 2012, which was our founding, and I was trying to find a good name for the organization, and I had all these different names written out. And so I called my dad, and he responded, and he said, "I don't know if I like that name and that name." And he was like, "How about Turning Point?" I was like, "That's the one." And I immediately knew. And I didn't come up with it, but I definitely captured it as soon as I heard it. And I remember Paul Romanowski, may he rest in peace, who designed that Turning Point USA logo. I remember we had no money or anything, and he was such a great artist. Paul was like, "Well, what do you want in the logo?" I said, "Something that embodies what we're trying to do, to try to turn things in the right direction." And he worked on it, and it's that beautiful arrow. I said, "That's it." It's been literally seen by billions of people. I started to realize what the biggest deficit in the conservative movement was a field program. And I kind of started to learn through other left-wing 501c3 organizations that having a clipboard and tennis shoes 24/7 grassroots program, that's something that people hadn't been able to do, they don't know how to do, and they weren't willing to do. So starting in that garage in Lamont, Illinois that Bill had for us at 217.5 Illinois Street, and growing from that forward was a battle, and it was tough. In 2012, that was just survival. You go from being a high school student to all of a sudden kind of being on your own. So the first year, boy, so many memories. Going to the Republican National Convention in 2012, kind of getting exposed to Fox News and going on that, which was very helpful. I was the accountant, the salesman, I was the marketing team, I was the field program, the events programmer. It was all in one. We had nobody. We had no staff for the first year and a half. Traveled the country alone, learned a lot about myself and a lot about what was necessary to try to start something from nothing. But it was just one of those things. I knew what could be done. I saw it, I saw the potential, I saw how young people were being underserved and being indoctrinated and being led astray. And I believed firmly that if we were able to get enough people to believe in us, a core group of donors, that something special could happen. First donor to Turning Point USA was Foster Freeze. So I met Foster Freeze in the stairwell of the Republican convention in August of 2012. Now, mind you, at this convention, I was unable to get a ticket. I thought you could buy tickets like from scalpers outside of the convention. I was able to barter my way into the interior of the convention. Was really striking out, not having a really good time about it. No one really wanted to talk to me. So then I walked into the stairwell, and there was Foster Freeze doing a focused television interview with somebody, with some blogger. He finished, I introduced myself. He responded by saying, "Here's how you remember my name. You have a Foster beer, then you have a thing of fries, and you add an S to it. I'm Foster Freeze." So, well, that's awfully unique. So we got to talking, and he was really moved, I think, by what we wanted to do. We didn't have a website. We had nothing. And a couple weeks later, he sent us a $10,000 check, which was all the money in the world. And that was before inflation. That's when $10,000 was a ton of money. Still a lot of money, but not as much as it was 10 years ago. 13 was a building year for sure, and kind of a year of discovery. What is out there? What could be done? And so a lot of learning. 2014 was a major building year for us. We actually started to hire staff. That was our 2.5-year anniversary. When you ever have any little success in the conservative movement, there's 10 organizations trying to squash you, right? November, December of 2014, we had a huge amount of support come in a short period of time. The 2015, though, is when we had that big hiring class, and we had people on board, and that was about proving results. So we had people that invested heavily in November and December of 2015 that were then a couple months later saying, show us the action, like what actually you do with that? So that's in June, we hosted our first Young Women's Leadership Summit. 83 women show up to our first one. We had our first Young Latino Leadership Summit, our first High School Leadership Summit. So all of these programs started in the summer of 2015. We had no idea what we were doing. We were like, how about an event, like a hotel room? We'll just pick a place in the middle, like a hotel conference area. What are we doing? It was difficult. And I remember in January 2015, it was like the first time ever we had enough money in the bank account that wasn't gonna run out in 45 days. 2016, boy, that was a lot of travel. I was taking some time off to go get involved in the election. The organization was not. That was the hardest I had worked to date. And then 2017, I went to the inauguration. In 17, that's when we started my campus tour, actually. So kind of some of those videos that some people are familiar with me going to college, I'd never done any of those before 2017, where we kind of came up with the idea like, hey, Charlie, you could talk fast. Like, let's go have you go to a college campus. 2018, we started our campus leadership project. We opened up this center, the Bill and Rebecca Dunn Freedom Center. We started our own media department of Turning Point USA, which has grown wonderfully. We had really moved our events to be kind of premier. 2019 was kind of a continuation, extension of all that. Then the virus hit in 2020. And we had a decision to make of whether or not we were going to keep on growing as an organization or kind of shutter. We decided to reject all the PPP money. We could have received $1.8 million from the federal government in 2020, but we grew and we hit every single goal and then some. It was year 2020 when most people were sitting still scared of what was going to happen. We just invested in it. We went nuts. We invested in everything. 2021, we had so many other exciting programs. We had our America Fest, of course, which was kind of a pinnacle event. We had our Women's Summit, our Student Action Summit. Before I met Erica, I was traveling over the place. I still travel a lot, but she anchors me beautifully. And I gotta tell you that as soon as I got married at Turning Point USA, or engaged, the organization just grew dramatically and tremendously. It also helped me realize at a deeper, more fundamental level what we're trying to fight for at Turning Point USA. We're trying to fight for future generations. We're trying to fight for something beyond yourself. Without Erica, I wouldn't be able to do what I do. The colleges are where everything is happening. It's kind of the great irony, right? Like, I don't go to college and yet I run a college organization. Through the process, I've learned a ton about what's happening on these colleges, the need to continue to pour into them. And I could tell you that the work that Turning Point USA is doing every single day, it's significantly moving the dial for freedom in our country. First decade was just the start, and now you're gonna really see what we're made of. We're gonna grow to every high school and college campus if possible. Our media team is gonna reach billions and billions of people. Our campus leadership project is gonna continue to develop young leaders. Faith is just getting started. I can't wait to see what TPUSA Faith is doing. At every single corner, Turning Point USA is gonna continue to flourish and grow. Why do I keep on doing what I do? Yeah, look, I do it for the country. The country's in rough shape. No one's gonna single-handedly save America. No one. It's not gonna just come down on an airplane and like, I'm the America saver now. It's not gonna happen. It's gotta be a lot of little work for a long period of time. It wouldn't be possible without our financial donors. Some off the top of my head come the Freeze family, just to name one, the Zeman family, Bill and Rebecca Dunn, the Burke family, Arlen Whitaker and the Jack Roth Foundation, Dr. Bob, to the Marcus Foundation, to the Hanley family, to the Wisters, to Tomas Petterfee, Gary Rabine, to the Moore family, and to some people that wish to remain anonymously. All we can say is thank you. But it's also been our board members. It's been people like Doug DeGroot and Tom Sedeka and David Engelhart and Mike Miller that have been advisors. It's also people in the media. What we did and what we've done at Turning Point USA wouldn't have been possible without Rush Limbaugh. Rush Limbaugh was $1 million donor to us at Turning Point USA, and he never wanted credit for that. In fact, he told me to keep it secret. And now I can obviously tell the story of that. It's been so many people that I'm thankful to at every single corner. And as I look back on the last 10 years, none of it would have been possible without the amazing Turning Point USA staff. We have the hardest working staff in the entire movement. And in particular, the leadership of Tyler Boyer has just been amazing for the organization as we have flourished and we have grown. And for all of you watching this video that have been a member of our staff, thank you. I could list all of you Turning Point USA is strong today thanks to the incredible work of our staff. God bless you guys.
Happy 10 years, Turning Point USA.
Happy 10 years. Happy 10-year anniversary.
Happy 10th anniversary.
Happy 10 years, Turning Point USA. Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary, TPUSA.
From George Mason University, happy 10-year anniversary.
Happy 10-year anniversary, Turning Point USA.
Happy 10-year anniversary, Turning Point.
Jonah here from Turning Point USA, King County, and I just want to take this time to wish Turning Point USA a very happy 10th anniversary.
Happy 10 years, Turning Point USA.
Happy 10 years, Turning Point.
Happy 10 years, Turning Point.
Happy 10 years, Turning Point USA.
Hey, well, I just wanted to pop on and say congratulations and happy 10-year anniversary to Charlie Kirk and everyone at the TPUSA team. 10 years of triggering and trolling the left because we stand up for America and conservative traditional values.
Congrats to Charlie Kirk and everyone at Turning Point USA for your 10th anniversary. This means you're finally ready to have your gender reveal party. Let me know which way you're going and I'll send you a great gift. Thanks, everybody.
Charlie Kirk, who amongst us can say they are leading an organization and a movement, a generational movement that has a chance to save our country? You lead with faith, with freedom, and with boldness. We're following you, brother. Keep it up.
Charlie, congratulations on 10 years, you and Turning Point. Come here, Mike. Somebody else wants to say happy anniversary to you.
Happy anniversary, Charlie. You're fantastic. Thanks for being such a good friend and champion for liberty.
Keep it up.
Hi, I'm wishing a very happy 10-year anniversary to Turning Point USA and Charlie Kirk. Charlie, what an amazing job that you've done. I've had so much fun traveling the country, going to the Young Women's Leadership Summit in Texas, to Student Action Summit in Tampa. You have done a phenomenal job. I would have done anything as a young person to have TPUSA, but now I get to partake as a speaker, and boy, what a joy it is. Happy anniversary.
Congratulations, Charlie Kirk and Turning Point USA on 10 fantastic years. It's been incredible what you have been able to accomplish in such a short period of time. God bless you.
Charlie, Don Jr. here. I just wanted to congratulate you and more specifically Turning Point USA on 10 incredible years. I'd like to believe I was an early adapter, but you've done incredible things and just absolutely amazing work fighting for all of the things that we believe in. Congratulations, and I look forward to many, many more years of your success.
Look at what he has done in a short amount of time to help this country stick to its values and to make sure that young people know about those values, faith. And so Charlie Kirk and everything he's created, God bless him and all the folks at TPSU.
I want to give a huge shout out to Charlie Kirk and the entire Turning Point team. They have absolutely changed this country for the better. And my favorite expression that they have is they're not a think tank, they're a battle tank. And that's what we need.
Congratulations to Turning Point USA. You guys are awesome. Keep up the great work.
Charlie Kirk, it's been 10 years with Turning Point USA. I want to personally thank you for your commitment to our youth, for your investments in our youth, and for inspiring the hearts and minds of young men and women all throughout this great nation. You truly are bringing this nation together with these young men and women. Thanks so much, Charlie, and here's to 10 more years.
I want to congratulate Charlie Kirk and Turning Point for the 10th anniversary of helping save America. Turning Point is a very important organization reaching out to young people all across the country. And Charlie Kirk is emerging as a very important leader for his generation and for the country.
Happy 10 years to Turning Point USA, an organization that I got my start at. I'm so proud of you guys, all the hard work of Charlie Kirk and every single person at the organization, day in and day out, fighting for freedom. You guys, here's to many, many more beyond just the first 10 years.
It's blown my wildest expectations away. Today we're the leading organization in the movement 10 years later. It's been an amazing 10 years. Praise God. Let's remember it. Thank you for that. Now let's get our working boots on. So we got a country to save.